Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh.
I guess we're not. Oh, it's an workout. That's the ever-changing alarm. Currently 6:30 for it's time for evening activities.
It's time for
conditioning. Oh, people did not like the cardio, and that's fine. I wouldn't either. Yeah, with top of the hour conditioning. I liked it too. I miss like having gym class, but like not the gym class that I had in high school.
Right.
Because it was lame, but like the gym class that movies and TV make me wish were real. Mm-hmm. Or just like I don't know, having a structured physical activity hour.
Okay.
And you get to like change in the locker room into like shorts and like a school shirt. You know? There's something about being part of a group that really keeps it all together. We got a second table. Don't
pay no attention to the fingies. Pay no attention to the fingies.
I think Sin had found the hex code.
I think Sin had found the hex code for like essentially green screen paint, so I'll just need to.
That's ultimate. The cutting was a good idea.
Because I think that's ultimate. The cutting was a good idea, and I'm happy with it. We've extended the green screen space by 50%.
Please be patient with me, God. It's not finished.
You guys can't see it, but
God's looking at you like. Honey,
God's looking at you like.
You put the ass in masterpiece.
Honey, you a masterpiece. You put the ass in masterpiece.
In masterpiece.
An ass because you're special.
Oh.
You get an extra S because you're special.
Frosted
These are
miniature
I like these named like
frosted miniature donuts. These donuts.
So like 8 a.m.
These donuts. These are like not.
It's 8 a.m.
It's the morning cast. I think a lot of people say these are not good, and I would say those people. Like I think a lot of people say these are not good. It's like wax. And I would say those people are wrong because I think it's like waxy coating of chocolate. But it's like breakfast. But it's
you ever just want to eat? You know those. Sin's been watching a lot of like.
You ever just want to eat? You know those. Sin's been watching a lot of like those candle melt videos, like wax melts, and I always just want to eat them.
Is this?
And I don't.
I would not.
Is this a donut?
And then handed me one of these, I would.
I would not consider. If someone said, "Do you want a donut?" and then handed me one of these, I would hit them.
I'm like, oh hell yeah.
But if they said, "Do you want some donuts?" I got some mini donuts. I'm like, oh hell yeah, because they qualify. But
I don't know if these are good though.
I
love them. They're bomb.
I don't know if these are good though.
They are not good.
They're bomb.
I love them, but that doesn't mean they're good.
They are not good, but they are phenomenal.
Kind of like Hot Pockets are like
with my
pretty
entire
objectively
heart and
terrible,
soul.
but I love
only
them.
let myself have them when I'm
With
on
my
vacation.
entire heart and soul, and I only let myself have them when I'm on vacation.
Having a negative effect.
So much to not share,
Yeah,
having a
these,
negative
like
effect
the
on
wax.
memory.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my theory
Yeah,
on
these like the wax.
Twizzlers versus red vines.
It's kind of like my
where
theory
Twizzlers
on
are plastic, red vines are wax.
Twizzlers versus red
Oh,
vines,
that's a
where
good point.
Twizzlers are plastic, red vines are wax.
Oh, that's a very good point. Because
I love
anyone who
Twizzlers.
I don't understand.
I
people
also
who
like red
Twizzlers.
vines.
I'm a
Taste
red
of
vine.
eating
I
plastic.
am the
Twizzlers.
crazy one who stands
I also like
between.
red vines.
I'm a red vine bitch.
I am the crazy one who stands
Don't make
between
me
and says,
choose me.
"I love you
You're
both."
like Porcano.
Choose me.
Yeah, why can't?
Don't make me
You're the
choose
kid who's
me.
getting-
You're like Porcano
Choose me, Bob. Choose me.
Parents are walking
You're the
away.
kid who's holding over the pit as the two parents are walking away.
Leading in the divorce sort of
And
thing.
like they're holding onto the coattails, and it's like
No,
remember
okay,
who you're
so,
leaving
like,
in the divorce sort of
One is
thing.
the arbiter
Felt
and the other is
No, okay, so like
Right.
one is the arbiter and the other is the master chef, and you don't know if you're player 1 or player
What
2,
if I play as player
and so you're being torn in two directions.
cool, like maroon armored?
What if I play as player 3?
has a name that I don't
cool,
remember?
Like maroon armored elite.
In
Who
him.
has a name that I don't
Three
remember?
or 4 people doesn't make an extra master chief and an extra.
I know that if you played 3 or 4 people, doesn't it make an extra master chief and an extra?
4.
In Halos 1, 2, 4.
I hate Halo. I hate Bungo.
I love.
I hate Halo. I hate Bungo.
I love
been playing
Bungie.
it again, and
I have been
Legendary.
playing it recently again, and on
Which is how
Legendary,
Dairy.
which is
Halo
how I
2, and only
And Dairy.
it
in
plays
Halo
as if
2
the
and
Iron
only
Skull
in
is on
Halo
at all
2.
times, when you're in
It
co-op
plays as if the Iron Skull is
campaign,
on
which is to
at all
say,
times when
if
you're in
either of
co-op
you dies, you go back to the
which
last
is to
checkpoint.
say, if either of you dies, you go back to the last checkpoint.
And I would
And
just
you
like
can
to
go
say
back a
that
checkpoint.
I have an unearthly
And I
amount
would
of
just like
patience
to
when it
say
comes to
that
Halo from
I have an
So, like,
unearthly amount of
I
patience when it comes to
will,
Halo
throw
for
my
myself.
head at the wall
So like
for an hour.
I will
and just,
throw my head at the
slowly,
wall for an
chug through
hour
this tiny part
and
of
just
level.
slowly
But that's 'cause it's on me.
chug through this tiny part of the level.
my successes and my
But that's 'cause
failures,
it's on
that's
me.
okay.
And my
amount
successes
of
and my
shame
failures
that
is
I
okay.
feel
Yes.
in a co-op
The
run
amount
when I
of shame
die,
that I feel
and
in a co-op
then we have to
run
go
when
back to
I
the checkpoint.
die,
I'm like, I'm so sorry.
and
that
then
I
we
failed.
have to go back to the checkpoint.
It's
I'm like,
an
I'm
emotional
so
journey.
sorry that I have failed.
It's
you.
really tough. And
It's an
I'm never
emotional
mad
journey in co-op.
when
Sometimes.
Jordan
And
dies,
I'm never
'cause
mad
that's not his fault.
when
Precious
Jordan
baby boy,
dies.
he could not have done
Because
anything.
that's not his
He's
fault.
doing so much.
Precious baby
already.
boy.
He is
could not have
doing
done
great,
anything.
and
He's
doing
doing
just fine.
so much
Holding
already.
He's like,
He
I
is
died,
doing
I'm sorry.
Great,
I'm
and
like,
he's doing just fine.
He's holding the controller.
He's like,
he's
I died. I'm
aiming.
sorry. I'm
something
like,
happened.
it wasn't
when
your
I
fault.
die, it's because
Something
I've now
happened.
committed a crime.
When I
Against this
die,
person
it's
that I
because
love.
I've now committed a crime
Correct.
against this person that I love.
You have basically
Everything
said,
used to- I've never known you.
I hate you. I hate
never
everything you
will.
stand for.
I've
Start
never
thinking
known
about any
you.
traumatic
Who
things.
do you think
will.
you are? You start thinking about any traumatic things that they
Why
haven't
did
worked
you
through
say
yet that you can
that?
bring up because it's like,
Oh,
why did you die?
I just looked defeated.
Why did you set us back
I'm
at
the
checkpoint?
worm.
And then you realize, oh,
You go,
I just looked
sorry,
defeated.
And I
Squiggle
just,
away.
I
I'm the
can't.
worm, it's me.
so.
And you go,
'cause
sorry,
And I
squiggle
just,
away.
I
Same reason
can't.
why, like,
It's so.
I like
'cause
card games. I
I
enjoy card
It's
games.
the same reason why
I don't like.
I like card games. I enjoy card games.
Oh.
I don't
Because
like.
I don't mind
card
losing
games.
a
Oh,
game
because
on my own.
I
If
don't
feel like
mind
I lost a
losing
game
a
for
game
someone else.
on my own.
Devastation.
If I feel like I lost a game for
Devastation.
someone
Because
else,
you get like,
Mhm.
it's that
Devastation.
you always want to grow
Absolutely.
and
devastation.
improve.
Because you
your
get
own
like,
skills.
it's that you always want to grow.
When it's all
And if
on
you'd
you,
like to
and
do
improve
that,
your
you can
own
go to Skillshare.com.
When it's all
If
on
you'd
you,
like to do that, you can go to
Skillshare.com/slot, and there'll be a link down. No,
Down the doobly-doo.
Down the undercarriage.
down in that.
Down the undercarriage.
Yeah.
Oh. Sneaking a donut.
down at a sneak.
Oh.
Okay,
Hello.
leave these
Sneak and a donut.
see, then we have
Down at a sneak.
2 tables.
Oh, if we leave these here, they can see that we have 2 tables. Oh, we
Yeah,
do.
when you're like
have had
trying to be on your own.
samples.
Like,
But yeah, when you're like trying to be on your
I
own,
tried playing
like
mildly related.
kind of like playing like RPGs. Like I tried playing mildly related because we
tried to
had
play
new
Inquisition on
gameplay
screen
footage come out for
once.
the new Dragon Age game. I tried to play Inquisition on stream once, and I just
forget that
like it is
just
such
me
a
in my head, I
slow
could play
game that
this
like
game all
I
day.
forget that like if it's just me in my head, I could play this game all day.
Yeah.
That would be infinitely easy. I could also grab another
Halo hint.
thumbtack.
Infinite.
Oh.
Yeah,
Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite.
No, it's
Oh.
Call of Duty Modern
Don't you
Warfare.
mean Hearst?
No, it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
God, Bioshock Infinite.
Bioshock Infinite.
I never feel bad. I don't know. Like dying in games is like
Yeah.
I have no problem
I
dying
never
in
feel
a game
that. I don't know.
until
Like dying in
suddenly
games
my
is
death.
like it like
I
especially
had
on
no
like
problem dying in a game
And I'm
until
like,
suddenly my
Is that how you
death
feel in Destiny?
now affected somebody else.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Destiny-
Because I don't die.
Is that how you feel in
I
Destiny
kill
too?
everything that
Okay.
moves.
Destiny.
because I don't die.
There's
Well, yeah.
I kill
Some of us
everything
die.
that moves.
You have to wipe. There's a difference. Some of us die.
We are
The
not
rest of
the
us
same.
have to wipe.
Yeah, I mean, like in Destiny, it is tough.
We are not
When
the
you feel
same.
Like you're like.
Yeah, I mean, like in Destiny, it is
Fire
tough. Like
team.
when you feel like you're doing great, and you're like
Oh.
fire team, and then you
My,
die. and it's
that's
like,
also why I'm
Oh.
really big on just like
That's also
Yeah.
why I'm really big on just like
it's really hard and it's
laughing
gonna
about it,
continue to
because
be
like,
hard until
I don't
we
know,
do
it's
it.
like,
and then guess what?
it's
We don't
really
have to
hard
do
and
it.
it's going to continue to be hard
It's
until
not
we
the
beat
first
it.
level of
And then guess
campaign.
what? We don't have to do it.
Times.
4 times.
unless
It's not
the
the-
first level of the campaign, in which case we'll do it 3 times.
4 times now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Poopy period.
Period.
Poopy Puri.
Poopy
If it's not
period.
from the period poo region of France,
period.
it's just
If it's not from the period poo region of France, it's just sparkling poo.
Telling them the truth that they're not ready to hear, but that they need to hear.
Telling them
what you
the
get
truth
when
that they're
you're-
not
Or
ready
the-
to hear.
Welcome to the Hell Yeah Truthcast.
That's what you get when you're here. Welcome to the Hell Yeah Truthcast.
Are they trying to make you to the
Are they trying to make you to the Pridecast.
It's Pride Month. Yeah.
Pridecast. Oh,
You're still
Pride Month. It's Pride Month. Yeah.
I bought a.
You still love it for now.
Are you allegedly?
I bought a.
I'm drinking girl drink.
What is it flavored?
Are you allegedly?
It's pink Starburst.
What is it flavored? Carnos.
Pink Starburst.
Carnosin.
Just like poison. Beta Valor. Maybe it's okay.
Well,
Sometimes I humble myself. Just like poison to an alpha like me. That's okay.
Well,
Sometimes I humble myself.
Yeah, you like to start your day with a handicap. You power up. You use beta energy so that your alpha energy can overtake it.
I had to have my beta girl drink, so that way I can become my alpha male self.
Do you remember what Brandon used to call sparkling ices?
Do you remember what Brandon used to call sparkling
To be
ices?
clear, this was 10 years ago.
No.
Him and Zach.
But they call it
To be
BFG.
clear, this was 10 years ago.
Bubbly
'Cause of-
water.
But they call it BFG or like
Michael
bubbly
Bublé
water.
would be F as a slur.
Like a Michael Bublé drink would be
yeah.
F as a slur.
Which part of me is like,
Oh.
okay,
Oh.
Yeah.
tired and, like,
Which part of me is
offensive,
like,
but then
okay,
I
you
think
know
about it,
what?
I'm like,
That's
the only
old and
people I
tired
know
and
who
like
drink
a little
sparkling
offensive.
ice
But then I think about it, and I'm like, the only people I know who drink sparkling ice are gay. It's fun. So like, have you ever seen a straight person with an ice plus caffeine?
Only when I've handed it to him.
Drink it, it'll make you gay.
Drink it, it'll make you gay.
Waiting to see if keep handing it out to people and waiting to see if it'll take effect.
The only time it got me
You gotta
was
see,
like
it's-
someone who already was gay.
The only time it got me was when I handed it to someone who already was gay.
Yeah,
They
it's
can't
more.
even
We
give
need
me a
more funding
non-caffeinated
for
version of
research.
it, so I
Honestly.
can't.
They can't even give me a non-caffeinated version of it, so I can't imagine they'll be able to get gay out of it.
Why would you want no caffeine? That's where the bubbles are.
That's for the gays.
It's the gays and the gay.
The gays and the bubbles and the bubbles and the gay.
I love that Pokemon.
Gay bubbles or bubble gay.
I was thinking yesterday.
Bubble gay is my
favorite Pokemon.
No, it's not.
I was thinking yes.
Bubble gay.
Okay,
is
so
my
I
favorite
texted
No, it's not. So I texted it to you yesterday. And like, it really occurred to me yesterday that I have more contextual memory knowledge about Reggie Drago in the context of that girl saying it at the park and then us joking about it than I do the actual fucking Pokemon in any of the
Armor,
games.
Isle of Armor,
Wasn't he only in like Armor or Isle of Armor?
and then Scarlet and Violet.
Isle of Armor, yeah, I think it was the Isle of Armor
And then
deals.
Scarlet.
So, like, yeah,
Violet.
I mean,
I believe you can bring him over to Scarlet.
And then I threw him in my box.
So, like,
and I haven't
yeah,
played
I mean,
Pokemon
I
Sword
caught
and Shield
him.
in months, so.
And then I threw him in my box, and I haven't played Pokemon Sword and Shield
Trying
in
to
months.
finally win
So.
with Reggie
I saw a video that I wanted to click on that was like trying to finally win with Reggie Drago, and I was like,
Award.
I don't know what you're trying to win. But
Trying to win what?
like,
Reward.
Girl, so what up? That's
I was
what up
thinking
your forehead. Like,
about-
you know.
I do like some sort of bit or joke to you, and I was like, what is the ugliest Pokemon I could think of to say that? Like, what Pokemon do I think you would think is the worst for me to say is my favorite Pokemon?
Oh, I know exactly which one.
Who?
I can't remember its name.
Okay.
It's the ugly, like, Technicolor fish.
Oh,
Bruxish.
Bruxish.
Yeah, that's the
Really?
worst Pokemon.
Really? Out of all of them?
Well, it's not the worst Pokemon. It's very ugly.
Yes.
I also have an
Its shiny's cool though.
I have an unnatural level of hatred.
Towards Lediba.
Really?
I think it's the stupidest looking, like, little, like,
He's the 6-star Pokemon.
I don't care for him.
I hate him.
I really don't like him.
He's not good in the games.
With
He's a
his little
trap for new
shades, with his
players.
stupid little, like, ball hands, and his, like, I'm like, you don't look like a Pokemon.
Whoa.
Where's Ladybug?
Okay, but
Really?
And he's
I
Gen
think it's the
2.
stupidest
So,
looking,
well,
like, little, like...
he looks like
He's the 6-star Pokemon.
I don't
Are you
care for him.
kidding me?
I
Ladybug?
really don't like
Ladybug
him.
He's
doesn't
not
look
good in
like
the
a
games 'cause
Pokemon.
he's
What
trash
are
for
you
new
smoking?
players.
His stupid little, like,
You gotta be
ball
out of your
hands,
fucking
and it's
mind.
I'm like, you don't look like a
You know what? Go touch grass and a woman and tell me what
Okay,
you
but-
think.
60,000 Pokemon.
So, well,
And-
wait,
and
no,
none
I
of
looked
them-
that up.
Them look like Ladybug.
Are you kidding me? Ladybug? Ladybug doesn't look like a Pokemon? What are you smoking? You've got to be out of your fucking mind.
So Ladybug just
You know what? Go touch grass and a woman and tell me what you
Bug or the
think.
bug with the sunglasses.
1,000%.
Evolution.
And none of them.
look like
They're both bad. but, like, I mix them with the evolution.
You know Ledian? That looks nothing like Ladybug.
Oh,
Ledian? Top tier.
Ledian then.
So
Yeah,
Well,
no,
so
not that-
Ladybug
that
just
one,
has
like, I
one,
hate
like,
it,
so,
but it's
okay,
fake.
for
Is Ladybug the bug or the bug
Ledian
with
is
sunglasses?
Ledian
Which
is
one's the evolution?
Ledian.
They're both bad, but
Yes.
like I mostly mean the evolved one. I believe.
Yeah,
it was
Ledian
called
sucks.
Pokemon.
Yes, that's
Yes.
the one I meant more so.
I believe so.
I mean, I don't.
So-
Ladybug
Yeah, no, not that one. That one, like, I hate it.
I don't like
but
the-
it looks
okay, so,
vaguely
like,
Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Ledian is not a
Give me one
Pokemon.
Let's
second.
let's
Ledian is
let's
Da-da-da.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
But like, it's fine.
Okay,
The
cool.
power of the
I
breeze.
like
That actually fucks.
This does fuck. Okay, so this is Ladybug.
Oh wait.
is that Letty.
Okay.
So notice.
Hi,
that it
hello,
has
we're
this
back.
Little circular ball hand leg.
So this is Ladybug, right?
Hand
Ladybug
feet.
sucks ass.
I don't care for this Pokemon,
If you
but like it's fine.
Now,
Or fans
What I
Now,
like
for
even
comparison,
less
with his little
about Letty
Lettian.
garbage.
is that
He still
Letty.
has
So notice that we have
his little
6
hand
little
feet,
circular ball
But he put little
hand
red
leg
booties
feet.
on his bottom two.
Hand feet,
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Heat,
Wait.
if you will.
Little red
Wait,
booty.
Now,
Or fans
now for comparison,
He,
with his little
so
nutties.
Lettian is always shown
Garbage.
like
he still
that.
has
But
his little hand
wouldn't that
feet,
technically mean that
but he
like
put
walks
little red
around on the
booties
ground?
on his bottom two.
I think so. Cause he
Whoa.
put
Wait.
Well, now I'm curious.
Little
Letty-
red
wait,
booties.
Letty-
So
Wait.
that's why mosquitoes
Anime.
bite some people more.
So Lettian is always
like,
shown
in the anime,
like
the
that,
cast is like
but wouldn't that
Why is that
technically
one red?
mean that it like walks around on the ground?
Violation.
I think so, because he put on little
Like-
boots.
Well, now I'm curious.
To walk.
Ladybug,
So that's why mosquitoes
anime.
bite some people
Bugs.
more than
Lettians suck.
Whoa.
So like in the
Why does that one
anime,
not
it
have
just
little
is
hands?
like
He's got little red hands.
Why
flying
is that one
around.
red?
And his little
I don't-
booties.
Because it's the anime.
Violation.
But did
You're
he
right.
walk on his little boots?
Like
No.
okay, so
Why
it's
does he
just
have
flying
boots?
around all the time.
That is.
Buzz,
That's
bitch.
the shiny.
Lettians suck.
Whoa.
I hate.
Why does that one not have his little hands? He's got little red hands now. And his little booties.
Yeah.
Because it's the
Okay, so, like,
anime.
But do he walk on
Either way,
little
he's
boots?
got like it seems like he's
No.
just maybe
Then
he
why
just
do he
flies,
have
that's his
boots?
whole
That's
thing,
the-
and so it's like
that
his legs
is-
don't
that
really
fucks
develop.
with-
that's
It's
the
like
shiny
he's not
that
on the
should've
ground
been.
scurrying around.
Right.
Granted, I
hate
think
to say
seeing
it.
him
You
from like
wanna see
top
it?
down would be a little bit more like ladybug-like would be kind of cool.
But yeah, okay, so like
I don't like
either way, he's
This
got like it seems like
motherfucker-
he's just maybe he just flies. That's his whole thing, and so it's like his legs don't really
Touches
develop
Ladybug.
because like he's not on the ground scurrying around.
Ladybug is the
Granted, I think seeing him from like top down to be a little bit more like
This-
ladybug-like would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Letty.
This.
Just
This little fucker.
I don't
Yeah,
like
It's
it.
not.
oh, wait, no, not. I'm trying.
not
I just wanted to make
precious
sure
Ladybug.
he is.
I don't care
Which
for
one
this
is
one.
Ladybug?
I don't
Ladybug is
respond.
the
I agree.
5-star.
Look,
Pokemon.
I'm right there.
And
With
so
you.
is this one.
I think
This-
that there's plenty of Pokemon that are just what the fuck. I was
Nasty
gonna say
bitch boy.
originally
This
with Liddy
is
with
not a
Letty
Pokemon.
Like,
I don't like
He's
him.
not. He just.
Johto Pokemon, the Gen
He
2
seems
Pokemon,
lame.
I don't care for
especially
this
like the
Pokemon.
base
I don't
forms
respond to this Pokemon.
really do
I
fuck
agree.
with me.
I look. I'm right there with you.
When they
I
said
think that there's
we're
plenty of
making more
Pokemon that
and then
are
we got to
just.
go see
What
more
the fuck?
Pokemon.
I was gonna say originally with
Lost my
Ladybug,
goddamn little
like
canine.
all of
So,
the Johto Pokemon, the
it's-
Gen 2 Pokemon,
It's what's up, but
especially like
I've
the
never
base
used the
forms,
fucking Letty.
really do fuck for me because like when they said, "Hey, we're making more Pokemon," and then you got to go
You wanna know who's
see
a
more
great bug
Pokemon,
type? My boys.
lost my goddamn
My
little
boy
Pokemon.
diagnosed the issue.
So you know, it's what's up. But I will say I've never used a fucking Ladybug, and I remember
What
using a Ladybug, and Ladybug
happens?
sucks.
My hungry internet.
Love your
Me,
tree.
it's me. You want to know who's a great bug type? My boys.
My boy diagnosed the issue.
What happened to the internet?
What happened to my hungry internet?
My hungry boys.
That's some good
My
shit.
internet is
He is
such like a
quality
pain in the
Pokemon. Look at
ass.
him. He's everything you could want. Bug and poison. Which means you're fucking up dark types, you're fucking up psychic types, you're
Wait,
fucking up
anyhow,
fire types.
boy.
Hey,
He's got
He's
6 legs.
yeah, my boy Spinnerack.
And so
that
does
is
the
some
other one.
good soup.
You know,
That is
Ladybug
some
also
good
has-
shit.
Both are
He
bad.
is quality Pokemon. Look at him. He's
Bipedal
everything you
feathers
could want.
with
Bug and poison.
Man.
Which means you're fucking up dark types, you're fucking up psychic types, you're fucking up fighting types. He's got 6 legs.
Yeah,
And so did the other one.
Contrapasto.
You know, Ladybug also has 6 legs. Both are men.
All-Star 7.
You know, bipedal, no feathers or whatever. I don't know. A man. Isn't that a thing?
Category is the string spit Pokemon.
Category
I
is.
don't know.
All my Greekies.
He's just- he's
Papa,
cute,
I don't.
he's little,
Greek
he's
Greek
small,
history,
he's
Greek
got a
soccer.
fuzzy face.
Yes, he would know.
Enemies. And then
Contrapasto
when we get
pose.
Ariados, it's a big
I loved her in All-Star 7.
Ariados Aquarius, which did
Gosh.
make 2
Like,
of his legs go up.
Category is the string spit Pokemon.
Yeah.
Category is.
Category is. Look at him. He's cute. He's little. He's small. He got a little frowny face to deter enemies. And then when we get Ariados, it's a
Why is,
big
like,
fucking
like,
spider.
around at the top of his
iridocyclitis, which did make 2 of its legs go up, which I find interesting.
Yeah. The thread leads back to its
know why.
Little party legs.
I don't think I ever looked at these Pokemon that closely.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's like a mile-long ass string.
And you don't know which
legs suddenly like
if you follow it, you could find a nest.
You could find a pot of gold.
A single strand of a special thread is endlessly spun out of its rear. The thread leads back to its nest.
I've searched the entire area.
Could you imagine if you were walking, you got clothesline, you're like, what the fuck is that? And it's this like mile-long string.
And you don't know which.
Through the ultra
If
worm.
you follow it, you could find a nest.
You could find a pot of gold.
I had my Ariados, but I missed the bus, so I had to
You
take
could
my
find an Ariados.
Where's it? I've searched the entire Ariados, but I couldn't find either of them.
Another Ariados comes out of the nest.
I took my Ariados through the ultra wormhole, so I had
There's this thing called the free.
I see. I had my Ariados, but I missed the bus, so I had to take my Cyclitis home.
Buses are leaving on a timer.
All the way back to Petalburg.
every 43 frames, another Ariados comes out of the nest.
60,000 frames.
Imagine,
There's this thing called the frame rule.
Imagine an Ariados bus.
Okay, so I need to.
I would like for you to go off about that.
Buses are
talk to you
leaving
about
on a timer.
Ariados is spitting string out of its ass
So-
every 43 frames.
Every
Is this?
60,000 frames.
I need both.
60,000 pounds.
You're looking for information.
So
I need information.
I would like for you to go
First
off
of all,
about
I
this.
need to talk
I
to you
love
about
Slowpoke
because
He is my son and my
I
child.
can't. So
What do you need
okay,
right now?
okay.
What's this?
Is this?
We can move on.
So
I need
Slowpoke,
both.
hermit crab Pokemon.
Oh.
First of all, upsetting.
You're looking for information.
He's not a
I
crab.
need information.
He's not a hermit.
Okay, so first of all,
I
I love
understand why,
Slowpoke.
but I don't like it.
He is my son and my
Yeah,
child.
you know,
What do you
never
need
really thought
right
about
now?
like the species.
You just want to be girl.
And now I kind of
So
want to. That might be a
Slowpoke,
fun
hermit crab
task. Is like,
Pokemon.
let's go
First of
and,
all,
like,
upsetting name.
analyze all of them.
Like,
Anyway, as
he's
an
not a
example.
crab.
like
He's
what
not a
the fuck
hermit.
is a
but
hermit? I mean, I
like,
guess
He's like cute little like
I understand
hippo
why.
kind of thing.
But I don't like
guess,
it.
But like,
Yeah, you know,
Not a
I
hermit
never
crab.
really thought about like the species of every
Oh,
Pokemon.
He's like a little.
And now I kind of want to. That might be a fun
Kinda,
little
yeah,
task. Is
kinda.
like, let's go and like
he's slow.
analyze all of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, as an aside.
Like he's like
What the fuck is a hermit? I mean, I guess.
like
Literally,
cute
he
little
gets
like
bitten on the
pig
tail,
hippo
and it's like,
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I guess,
Bro.
but like the
That
whole.
shelter, not a
hermit
real
crab.
shelter, but I can't.
Oh, pig hippo thing.
Well,
Oh.
that's what it
He's like a
used
little
to
pink
be.
like hippo.
I want
Kinda,
Or
yeah.
like
this.
this.
I don't know. He's Slowpoke.
Okay, so I
He's-
started reading this
He's
when I was
yeah,
like,
So literally, he
I was
gets bitten
looking
on
at
the
this.
tail, and it's like,
So
boom,
I was like,
slow
I
bro.
got a stinky.
That shelter,
about
not a real
shelters,
shelter,
so
but I can't get
and
into
I was
that
like,
right now.
I need to start.
Well, that's what it used to be.
Do your research.
I want to say, or
And
like,
that was
what's
when I
the
like
They still say
realized in a flash
so
and
I started
remembered
reading
Mega
this
Slowbro is out here getting
When I was
on
like,
me.
because I was looking at this,
and we're all just
so I
supposed
was
to be
like,
okay with it.
I got a stinky.
Like, we're all just supposed to be okay with this? This little boy
And I was like, I need to start doing.
Sorry, I'm disappearing.
Yeah, do your research. It's important.
And that was when I like
There's a chunk of my
realized
arm
in a
missing.
flash,
Would you like to-
I remembered
would you like to
Mega
read from the
Slowbro
chunk in
is
my
out
arm?
getting forward on main,
No.
and we're all just supposed to be okay,
Okay,
with it.
so
Yeah.
Like, we're all just supposed to be
when
okay with
Bipedal
this.
pink,
This little
Pokemon
boy
tan.
getting eaten.
okay, here we go.
Sorry, I'm
Shell-
disappearing.
Okay, so this is the part where it talks about
Yeah.
shell. The shell gray spiral.
There's a
shell,
chunk of my
darker
arm
gray
missing. Would you like to?
spiral.
Would you like to read from the chunk of my arm?
Shelter developed its
No.
spiral in an
Okay,
effort to
so,
suck more sweetness out of Slowpoke.
when-
Bipedal pink Pokemon with a tan.
Already I have
Okay,
questions.
here we go. Shell. Okay, so
What-
this is the part where it
in
talks about
what
Shelter.
way
Shelter has a gray
did
spiral
that
shell with darker gray spots and blah 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 blah. Shelter
what way
developed its
did turning
spiral
into this
form
make it
in
able
an
to suck
effort
more
to
sweetness
suck
out
more
of its
sweetness
tail?
out of
I
Slowbro's
also don't
tail.
like the suck sweetness out of
Already, I
Why-
have questions. What?
Okay.
In
There's
what
a
way
lot. Go ahead.
did that?
I mean, he fishes with his tail.
Yeah.
In
But-
what way?
So
and
it's-
then
if we
turning into
continue
this,
reading-
make
if
it
we
able to
continue
suck
reading,
more sweetness out
It
of
says
his tail.
if
I also
its
don't like
tail or the
suck
shoulder attached to is
sweetness out
broken
of
off,
it.
Slowbro will revert to its unevolved form, Slowpoke.
Right.
So the idea being, like you said, like they fish, Shelter clamps onto it. I don't think it immediately becomes a Slowbro.
Okay.
And so one thing that you kind of have to be a little liberal with is like how evolution works in Pokemon. I know, conservatively. But like technically, like in Pokemon, like there's like game canon and then like anime canon essentially.
Mm-hmm.
and so like technically according to like the biology, like yeah, like a Shelter bites it and then over time it probably does twist that form and it turns it between like, you know, sucking out the whatever, like
Then-
it would just over time
Like
try to like suck harder.
Anime canon, essentially.
And
so,
there's some Pokemon
technically, according to like the biology, like a shelter bites it, and then over time, it probably does twist that form, and it turns it between like sucking out the whatever. Like it would just over time like try to like suck harder, and then like I don't. Like, they kind of, I don't know, there's some Pokemon bullshit there, but like, the idea that like, well, if it suddenly gets disconnected, like, by the point that it's a Slowpoke, it's like, in there, so you'd have to break it off.
They could have said something where like, when young Shelder,
what's so weird,
my favorite show.
You could have made it look like a Shelder, or you could have just said it wasn't.
Young Shelder.
Bazoinga.
But like, are they ever going to do like a regional, like a regional form of Shelder that looks
They
like
could have said something where like, when young Shelder, my favorite show. It's young Shelder.
Young Shelder.
Bazoinga.
Like, are they ever going to do like a regional, like a regional form of Shelder that looks like that?
No.
I think it's supposed to be that like
Cantonian Shelder, maybe? I don't. It's unfortunate.
There's more horrors in this.
They persist. Yes, so do we.
First of all, also Shelder's not poison type.
Correct. I do find that to be.
That also is upsetting.
And he apparently.
I think it's supposed to be that like Slowpoke's too dumb to get it off of him, and then like it's like it's supposed to represent that like parasitic. I think. Because like I don't think Slowpoke gets anything out of it.
On occasion, Slowpoke sleeps even when Shelder is still awake.
And he apparently becomes inspired when Shelder bites down on his tail.
Okay.
Which then makes him capable of unleashing powerful psychic attacks, although he's typically rather peaceful.
So now they are two separate Pokemon.
Yes.
And they are the
on
whole
occasion,
time. It's
Slowpoke sleeps even
like
when
your
Shelder
Pokemon
is still
didn't
awake.
necessarily evolve. Another Pokemon just hitched a ride. Do they both go into the Pokeball if you just have?
So many thoughts.
So and like
why is it?
So
now they are two separate Pokemon.
So
yes.
So in theory,
and they are the whole time, and it's like canon. Like your Pokemon didn't necessarily evolve. Another Pokemon just hitched a ride. Do they both go into the Pokeball if you just had?
I think so. And like Slowpoke.
Well, that sounds like.
Does it catch and then it fuses and there's light and evolution?
So in theory,
to push to make
Slowpoke can do everything Slowbro does. He just chooses not to until like he's being bitten, and then he's like, oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Now I'm gonna unleash a powerful psychic.
Yeah, well, that sounds like you got a little person who's like right up on your ass, and they know just the right button to push to make you bust.
Yeah.
Now you get
because like I don't think Slowpoke doesn't have an evil bone in its brain.
Tom.
Well, no, I'm sorry. The Slowbro is filled with evil bones.
Slowpoke.
He doesn't drink any milk. He doesn't know how to talk to his bones.
Galarian
now you get Slowking. Slowking is smart. The Shelder bit the brain.
The Shelder in Galar is smaller.
I don't like this.
And it lacks
the proletariat must rise up against the bourgeoisie.
Shaped like a stinger, and it grabbed onto his arm.
Remember where you came
which
from.
Is great.
So Galarian Slowbro, things get more
unfortunately,
concerning.
Galarian Slowbro also has a tendency to
the Shelder
attack its surroundings
in Galar is
because the
smaller.
Shelder sometimes unconsciously bites down hard on its arm.
Tip on its tail.
Another reason is that Shelder feels bliss when biting hard enough to absorb Galarian Slowbro's poison.
Unfortunately,
However,
Galarian
Shelder will occasionally
Slowbro also
faint
has
from
a
the steaming
tendency to
poison, and
indiscriminately
Galarian
attack its
Slowbro occasionally
surroundings
lashes out
because the Shelder sometimes unconsciously bites down hard on its arm.
Its body becomes stimulated.
Another reason is that
and it will
Shelder
sport a
feels
sharper
bliss
expression.
when biting hard enough to absorb
Galarian
Slowbro's
Slowbro attacks
poison.
by grabbing at its
However,
Shelder's
Shelder will
tongue,
occasionally faint from the
causing the
poison,
Shelder
and
to
Galarian
fire
Slowbro
poisonous
occasionally
liquids
lashes out
from its
to the
tip,
itching
which
caused
is
by
its
said
ass.
poison. While normally zoned out, when facing a strong opponent, the body becomes stimulated, and it will sport a sharper expression.
Wait.
Galarian Slowbro attacks by grabbing at its Shelder's tongue, causing the Shelder to fire poisonous liquids from its tip, which is its ass.
On his arm. Now, to be clear, Galarian Slowbro.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait.
Obeys the same
Wait.
Slowbro.
So Galarian Slowbro.
Yeah. Little boy with his arm cannon
has a Shelder on his arm. Now, to be clear, Galarian Slowbro also obeys the same rules as regular Slowbro, where if the Shelder removes itself, it's gone. Which, great. But you're telling me that he just has his hand in Shelder's mouth
and is actively holding his tongue.
So,
and when he wants the Shelder to shoot something out of its ass,
find a Shelder.
Yanks on its tongue.
Pull its tongue.
Find a Shelder.
What the fuck?
He's like, let go of me, fucker. And then the Shelder panics and shoots stuff out of its ass.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Also, as
if
Mega
you
Slowbro, it becomes engulfed
find
by
a
the
Shelder
and
pull its tongue, does shit shoot out of it?
Its head pokes out of the Shelder's mouth and is surrounded by
7
the Shelder.
years. Something.
Yeah, you noticed.
The Shelder has holes on its side and opening at its tip, allowing the arms and tail to stick
also,
out.
as Mega Slowbro, it becomes engulfed by the Shelder,
its tail due to
so
its
that
legs
only its
being
head, arms, and
engulfed.
white-tipped tail are visible.
Oh.
It can move by bouncing.
Its head pokes out of the Shelder's mouth and is surrounded by the Shelder's enlarged teeth.
Mega Slowbro's energy has
The Shelder has holes
Shelder,
inside,
which has
opening at
its
its tip,
hardness,
allowing the arms and tail to stick out.
If I was a Mega Pokemon,
The Slowbro inside is
Mega
virtually
Slowbro bounces
unchanged,
on its
but
tail
it
due
gains
to its
some
legs
power
being
and motivation
engulfed.
from Shelder's digestive
It can
fluids.
move by bouncing.
He's being
Mega
bored
Slowbro's
on
energy has
main,
gathered
and
into
we're calling
Shelder,
this
which has
an
increased its
evolution.
hardness, has allowed it to act as armor so that nothing can scratch it. The Slowbro inside is virtually unchanged, but it gains some power and motivation from
Need to
Shelder's
talk about what they
digestive
did
fluids.
to my boy Slowpoke. They keep making
He's
it worse.
being bored on main, and we're calling this an evolution.
I love the idea that essentially Slowpoke is just its own
Never
just
changes.
need to
Slowpoke
talk
doesn't
about what they did
technically
to my
evolve.
boy
It just
Slowpoke.
is like
They keep
a
making it
hazard to
worse.
itself in existence. It's the null achievement.
I
of
love
Pokemon,
the idea
and it goes out
that
of its
essentially
way to put
Slowpoke
it in a position to where, like,
is just its own
Never
Pokemon.
changes.
Slowpoke doesn't technically evolve.
Mega Evolution
It just
is painful.
is like
All of
a
its Mega
hazard
Evolution
to
went
itself in
into
existence.
Shelder.
It's the null achievement of Pokemon. And it goes out of its way
is, like,
to
fuck.
put itself in
he's
positions
not
to where
even
like now it's just
Mega
like
evolving.
I'm gonna like
He's
Mega
Shelder.
Evolve, which this is painful and now it's bouncing on its tail.
Okay, but he's
Because Mega
piloting
Evolution
it
is
like a mech,
painful.
and
But
I think
apparently
that's
all of
tight.
its mega energy went into it. Literally says it like it went
Bouncing
into
on
Shelder,
its
not
tail.
into him.
Boing, boing, boing.
Oh, so which is
he's
like
never been
fucked.
shown
Like,
So like
Before,
he's
so
not
that's
even
not-
technically mega evolving. The Shelder is.
Also, does that
okay, but he's piloting it like a mech, and I
like,
think that's
actually
tight
got,
as
like,
hell.
fully digested.
That's a
and
little.
being shooted out.
He's bouncing on his
'Cause,
tail.
like, see, it's biting his. It's biting
which he's
his
never
tail,
been
so
shown
now
to
we
do
can't
before,
see
so
his
that's
tail.
tough.
Yeah, it'd be like Spoink.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in Slowbro,
Also, does
biting
Pokemon
his
Dex
tail,
is
no tail to be
nuts.
seen.
Does that mean his tail like actually got like fully digested and is being shitted out?
Sweet, delicious.
No,
Because like see,
Mega
it's biting
Slowbro.
his. It's biting
tail
his
is now
tail, so
coming
now
out
we
of the
can't
ass.
see his tail.
So the tail has now.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Okay, so in
Oh,
Slowbro.
no, it's not that.
It's biting his
so,
tail. No
so
tail to
what
be
we're
seen.
seeing
It's
is
sucking
that
on
the
its tail.
Shelder just grew
It's sucking
longer,
the sweet,
but
sweet,
it's got the
delicious
butthole
Slowbro juice.
for the bullets.
Mega
So the
Slowbro.
tail goes out the butthole.
So
tail's
Mega
now coming out
Slowbro's
of the
tail
ass.
comes out of the
tail's
Shelder's
coming
butthole.
Oh no! It's not that. So what we're seeing
I'm
is
just
that the
working
Shelder
with what they
just
gave us.
grew longer, but
I'm
it's
made
got the
so
butthole
uncomfortable
for the
by
bullets.
everything.
So the tail goes out the butthole.
So Mega
happens after
Slowbro's
Slowpoke
tail
makes me
comes
uncomfortable.
out of the Shelder's butthole.
Sometimes we have justified reasons for being original one.
It's-
And yours is
I'm just working with what they gave us.
What have they done to every
I'm
step
made
after
so
Slowpoke? It's
uncomfortable by
horrifying.
everything to do with it. Everything that happens after Slowpoke makes me uncomfortable.
Sometimes we have justified
so
reasons
glad
for
you
being
brought
original
this up.
151 lists,
I
and
wanna-
yours is
I wanna
that.
watch it.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Did you watch
but
that?
what have they done to every step after Slowpoke is
Mewtwo?
horrifying.
Yes.
So if you guys haven't seen it, so there's a Steven
Pokemon
Smith,
is insane.
It really is.
Steven-
I'm so glad you brought this up because I wanna watch again and see. Did you watch that video on
is
Instagram I
a,
sent you?
like,
About
sports
Mewtwo?
guy.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Sports
So
commentator.
if you guys haven't
And I
seen
saw
it,
this
so
video,
there's a
which
Steven
was,
Smith.
Morgan sent it to me like a few days
Steven
before, and
Smith
she responded with
YouTube.
replying to her own message.
Aye.
His post when that felt much
So
worse than anything you said.
he is a like sports guy,
People get
sports commentator, and I saw this video, which I guess
So he-
Bug had sent it to me like a few days
he tries
before,
to
and she responded to me with
answer a question about
replying to her own
LeBron
message. Nice
LeBron
post.
James or
And that
Mewtwo.
felt much worse than anything
And I
you
have
say
to
to
say,
me.
it created this subset
People getting-
of
I'm getting
content
roasted
that I
on
want to
Maine.
find,
And
which is people answering questions about Pokemon,
he tries to answer a question about who would win, LeBron James or Mewtwo. And I have to say, it's created this subset of content that I want to find, which is people answering questions about Pokemon like earnestly, but that have no knowledge. Because
I'm going to tell you he's 6'7".
Here we go.
269 pounds.
I just watching this, he's trying so goddamn hard.
It's like he's looking at the stat sheet, doing what he does, and we here for it.
Question was
I'm
going to give you the vital statistics that'll mean the most to you. I'm going to tell you he's 6'7", 269 pounds.
Exactly. It's like he's just.
Is that how you pronounce his name?
Have we had bad?
Mewtwo?
I just realized video capture device has been on this whole time.
Oh, work.
So we might have 35 minutes of trash audio that's coming in twice.
Loves it.
It's fine.
It's okay.
We'll
we
deal
can't
with
change
it. No.
Could beat LeBron
But we fixed it now.
in a game to 21. 6'7", 269 pounds. One-on-one.
There we go. I just want to make it a little bigger. There we go. Perfect.
He's thinking.
Just this that's got that
He's shorter than LeBron.
Your dad's trying to be really supportive at your event, but he doesn't know.
Right.
It's me at the train meet.
Yeah.
Where I'm just there's an okay.
So this train's older than that train.
Yeah. I'm reading everything and I'm repeating it, but I don't know what it means.
Right here. Well, he's shorter than LeBron, but he weighs more.
Got you there.
Well, it says here, I don't know. Abilities, pressure, unnerved, hidden ability. All right, so he's got composure. Psychic, yeah. He can anticipate moves and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe he can pull it off. I mean, from the looks of him, he might scare LeBron. LeBron might want to shoot nothing but jump shots. Might not want to come near him. That could be a problem. And that long tail, you never know. Might strip him. Yeah, I can say that. It's a miracle. I'm not saying it definitely would happen, but it's possible. It's possible. Let's go with that.
Cause he's so it's like he's I give no fucks about Pokemon like the games. It's we're talking on the court 1v1.
He's shorter than LeBron, but he weighs more. He's got that tail.
LeBron's gonna be wanting to try to shoot those threes and scoring some points. He could probably want to make some distance. Probably not gonna want to get too close. And it's yeah, I want more sports commentary, but of Pokemon. But not I don't want to go watch Pokemon tournaments where they're not shoutcasting. Different.
You hate Wolf Glick.
Yes.
Friend of the channel.
Enemy of
your channel. Friend of this channel, enemy of your stream. Wolf Glick VGC.
I run the #1 anti-Wolfie VGC channel on YouTube. You're welcome. I don't know who that would be. It'd be Wolfie VGC. Tab, where is it? So obviously when you go online and you see videos of people around the world, you remember that there's other people that exist and they make decisions you don't agree with. One of my favorite phenomenons has been seeing when people are you're all just NPCs in my life. I'm the main character.
Right.
This guy isn't really just walking around here can't wait to wear my Patagonia and make a positive investing TikTok on my Instagram reel so I can promote synergy and growth.
The idea,
he ain't an NPC.
The idea that I don't know. I remember you were alive in 2014.
Yeah, I remember. 2 years before Pokemon Go came out and before Harambe.
I don't think that's the correct year, but something around there. You were alive then. You remember when Pitch Perfect came out? Yes.
It's also when Get Him to the Greek was big before Russell Brand kind of went off the deep end.
Yeah. So the humbling I think that more people need to have the humbling realization that I had when I was I have never been able to sing. I have never claimed to sing.
I've never sang.
But when you're watching Pitch Perfect, you're I'm Anna Kendrick, I'm doing the Cup song.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Pitch Perfect.
You've seen enough.
Yeah, you've never seen it, but you've seen enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, in the a cappella group, I'm obviously the lead singer, even though I can't sing.
Right.
But that's just like, that's where the brain goes. It's like everyone else is an NPC. Everyone else is like, you know, the other part of the a cappella group.
Yeah.
I'm Anna Kendrick.
Yeah. I'm John Kendrick.
The humbling realization that, oh, in an a cappella group, I wouldn't be Anna Kendrick. I'd be the person in the background going, boom, 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 boom,
Which is important.
boom.
Those parts are boom, boom, boom.
And that's all I do. That's my song, is me just going like, boom.
But you also get to be part of the scene when they all hold the trophy and they win nationals.
Yeah.
So, like, being
And
on the
occasionally
team,
I get to like go like, yeah.
yeah.
Boom.
Boom. Boom,
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah.
Party.
More
yeah.
people need to have that realization. It's like, no, you are the backing person in the a cappella group. You are your own NPC.
There can only be one main character. And, like, sometimes people think, like, I have to be the main character all the time. And it's like, every interaction can have a main character.
Sometimes it's fun to be the comedic sidekick.
I don't like having to, like, be the main character. It sucks.
Listen, top billing ain't always worth it.
No.
The pressure.
You're still on the poster if your name's in that tiny little font and the skinny white letters at the bottom.
And hopefully, if you do get your picture on the poster, you get to do that pose that they make the girls and Tom Holland do, where like, you look backwards over your shoulder with your ass out.
Oh, how fun. Wait, you have to show it to me in just a second. 'Cause there we go.
Into the fade. That's good.
Yeah, close enough. I'll take it. So yeah, so they're doing the over the shoulder thing. What was it? What was the pose again? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Where it's like you have like your back to the poster and your head's like over the shoulder, and it's like you're just showing like ass on the side of your face.
Action shot.
Yeah, and they make like girls and Tom Holland do it.
Yes. Actually, yeah. If you're and then like Timothée
Chalamet.
I want to say Chamalama Ding Dong, but that felt like it feels low effort.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet.
Princess Timothy Charcuterie Board.
At Timothy Chalamet at 57th and Dobson. Come on in, get your own
Timothy
Chalamet, a 97 Chalamet for just $14,000.
Lightly used, ice cold AC.
Fresh from Dune.
Yeah, that you could be that pose.
Yeah, do that all the time. When? Look, sometimes it's better to just be one of the band members that's in the background of the Christian rock album cover than the person on the front, because when controversy comes around, they remember the person on the front.
They don't remember you.
And if you're in a Christian rock group,
controversy will come.
Another one.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't want to get copyright on that one.
Yeah.
Pop.
Pop the bottom.
Pop.
Oh.
Hey, Stinky.
Hey, Stinky.
Hey, Stinky.
Hey, Stinkies.
So I walked in. I had to talk on the phone to my doctor's office. And I said, hey, I just need to refill some of my prescriptions. They're like, do you have a meeting with her soon? And I'm like, no, not that I'm aware of. And they go, well, you have one for July 10th. Ooh. And I said, oh, okay. And she goes, so what medications did you need? And I'm like, was I supposed to, like, thanks for reminding me, I guess. I don't want to go see her.
Thanks.
Well, actually, I do want to go see her. And when I do, I'm going to have to ask her about, like, I'm going to have to be a bit more direct. Yeah, I'll be like, hey, I know you may not believe in it, but can you subscribe me something you don't believe?
Can you subscribe to my YouTube channel?
Yeah. I got a podcast. You got any blue pills around here?
Oh.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yesterday, I had an endoscopy.
Oh. How was that?
It happened.
Clean?
A little, a stinky little camera went down my esophagus.
Oh.
And into my stomach.
Oh, it wasn't
no,
a butt one. Okay.
No, that's a cola.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is the one that goes down.
Oh, okay.
But don't worry, they still get pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
They go into the duodenum.
Oh, so you're at the doctor, you're getting this all done.
Mm-hmm. And so you're like, I walk in there, and I'm like, I need to get scoped. And they're like, and they said.
The doctor jumped up and did a quick spin and said, "No scope."
No scope.
And he goes, "Bam! You're dying."
Yeah.
Well, they do that.
Yeah. So like that was fun. I've only ever like been put out once before. Put out to dry, and it was for the wisdom teeth.
That sopping wet ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My big juicy butt just out there in that little gown.
Out here looking like.
Yeah. It doesn't like. There's just. There's like nothing back there, and I'm like, oh, and she's like, no, don't tie the strings.
Oh, I've seen you in those cheek
and I'm
eaters.
like, oh, they want easy access to me. You
got to show them whole. You got to be like,
hey, stinky. They told me it was an endoscopy. Turns out they are going the other way. Well, they're checking my throat from the other side.
Well, they got to make sure it's good all the way through.
Humans are a straw, like a shelter.
So how many holes do we have?
One
through the butthole.
We are one hole.
Butthole bullets.
We are one hole.
We are but one hole.
Does a straw have one hole or two? I can't get into it right now. Thank you. Yeah, so they did like a little endoscopy.
Oh, very fun.
And medical staff, they like to make jokes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I get it.
They're jokers.
It's it's a tough job. And sometimes you got to do a funny haha.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm like, hey, this is maybe like my second time being put under. Maybe we don't joke about like me not waking up.
Have you really not been? Have you only been under like twice?
Yeah, that was the second time.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I've only had one weird experience.
The nurse who was, I would say a lady in her like late 40s, early 50s. She went to go put the IV in, and that hurt. I appreciated that she wasn't like, it's going to be a little pinch. Like, she didn't like say any of that. She's like, this is going to hurt. She said, it's going to be a big bite. And I said, I'm so strong. I'm ready. And she stuck it, and I was like, that hurts. And then she's like, your palms are sweaty.
He's weak?
And there was like a pause, and I'm like, am I supposed to say something to that? Like, yes, of course, why? But I'm like, and then she was like, it's like a first date. Actually, she said it's our first date.
Oh, like you stuck it in and it was.
But she stuck it in, and my palms are sweaty because it's like our first date.
That's good. Yes, I'm fully.
And I laughed.
And that's fine.
Because she's holding needles.
Right. Near you. And
then she laughed, and so it was like oh haha.
Did you feel disarmed?
Well, so then the anesthesiologist, who I did not at the time know was the anesthesiologist, is on the other side of like the curtain thing.
What did you think they were?
I didn't know.
Who was the man behind the curtain?
I hear a man walk up behind the curtain. Thank you. And all of a sudden, this guy literally goes like, Jesus Christ, this blood pressure. And I'm like, is he talking about my blood pressure? Because he's outside my thing. Mm-hmm. I'm like, my blood pressure came back great, which is weird because usually my blood pressure is too high.
Yeah.
I was literally 121/79. So I'm like,
you're putting up numbers.
I'm right there. I was so close to perfect. I'm like, so don't be saying that about me unless that's a celebratory Jesus Christ.
That's right.
Amen. Amen. Hallowed be his name. Thank you.
In honor of Pride Month. Praise our Lord.
Yeah, but he was like, Jesus Christ, this blood pressure. Mm-hmm. And then my nurse like goes around the thing and she's like, oh yeah, did that other lady you were doing, did that blood pressure ever come down? He was like, well, when she was unconscious, it went down a little, but like, I don't know, it was a lot. And I'm like, there's a lot happening right now. And I'm a little nervous.
There's a lot going on in the Toys R Us.
I'm apparently on my first date and I didn't even know. And I'm a little nervous.
You're going to have to be out here and they're going to have to throw it back and they're going to be like,
another one.
Yeah.
And then stick another needle in you.
And then all of a sudden, from the other side of the curtain...
Is this all within like a minute?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I hear another person, a feminine voice, say, She didn't yawn. And I go, and I'm sitting there like, didn't yawn. Okay. And so then all of a sudden my nurse comes back around and she's like, so fun little fact. She's like, this is your first endoscopy, right? I was like, yeah. And she goes, well, if you have to start like coming back for regular ones, she's like, you'll get to know us pretty well. She's like, Linda over there, Linda has this theory that, if she like yawns at you and you don't yawn back, you're a psychopath. So if she yawns at you, like, just pretend to yawn. And I was like, is this the part where I laugh? Yeah.
I feel like Linda's going to look at you and she's going to yawn and you're going to feel...
I'm like, I'm like, Linda, listen. Linda. And I just
not
laughed.
Everybody yawns. And also not everyone's looking at you.
And I just laughed because I'm like, I feel like I'm supposed to.
I don't like that you are here for them to violate your body and you've been introduced to now a cast of characters.
It really was. It was a bit of a round table. How early in the
morning was this?
It was 11:30 a.m.
That's before noon, which might as well be midnight.
And then the anesthesiologist actually comes in, and he was nice.
They tend to be.
But he like walks up and he's just like, so what are we doing today? And like the unholy urge to be like, don't you know? But then instead my brain went blank and I literally just sat there staring at him. My brain could not think of the word endoscopy.
Oh.
My brain kept thinking of the word entropy. And I'm like, I can't tell this man I'm here for entropy.
I mean, you are though.
Aren't we all? So I sat there and I was just like,
are we not all victims of entropy?
And he goes, you're getting an upper scope, right? And I was like, yes. And he goes, okay, good.
He's like, well, you're like, no. And he goes,
yes, you are.
Sucks to suck. Oof. You gotta be like, whoa. You're here for upper, you're getting top tubed, right?
Getting upper scoped.
Upper scoped. You don't want to.
You only had to take your shirt off. You got to keep your pants on.
Which was weird. I had to take my pants off for my endoscopy.
Okay.
Endoscopy.
I got an endoscopy. It might be something different.
I don't know what it. Transoscopy.
Endometrioscopy.
Mm-hmm. Iridocyclitis.
You understand? Yeah. So she was like, you just have to take your shirt off, but put on the little capelet thing, but don't tie it in the back. And I was like, okay, you got it.
What?
And then they like, they brought the little bars up on the little bed and they're like pushing me back. And I'd never done that. And that was spooky.
Yeah.
Like laying on the bed, just looking at those little drop ceiling tiles going.
Yeah. That was like, for my appendix when I was in there, whenever they'd have to go take me to go get like, do the thing. I had to drink all that fucking Gatorade shit so they could see my intestines. But it, like, you just lay there. Like, you're just like, I wish I had my phone.
I'm like, what am I supposed to look at? Also, for an endoscopy,
get that chip in your head.
You can't eat or drink anything, even water, for 8 hours.
How'd you survive, you delicate waif?
I was very thirsty. I wasn't, like, food, I was fine. I was so thirsty. I often sleep with my mouth open, drooling. And so dry mouth, dry throat. And I woke up dry as the Sahara.
Couldn't wet it.
Could not wet it. It was terrible.
I can imagine.
I went back to sleep in a defensive measure to avoid sensation.
Yes. What else is sleep for?
Because I woke up at 6 and then I was like, my appointment isn't until 11:30 and this sensation is uncomfortable and untenable. So I'm going to go back to sleep so I don't have to be feeling it.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
As you fucking should.
And that's what I did and that worked. Yeah, and then they put the little they stick the little stickers on me, and I have obviously hairy chest, and so a funny haha esthetician is like sticking them on, and he's like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna take these off while you're still asleep, because otherwise this would hurt like a bitch." And he said, "Bitch," with like a little whisper. He said, like a bitch.
Nice. Did that feel like? Do you feel like you trusted him
I felt like
more?
we were friends then. I'm like, this guy's got me.
He's
gonna take these off while I'm asleep. And he says bitch very quietly. And I like that.
Like, we get some intimacy. We get...
I mean, the man's, like, touching my bare chest while he's doing this, too.
So,
and he, like, leans in close
it's
and
a
says,
nice, calm, intimate
so that
moment,
felt, like...
comforting.
It brought me back to my childhood. And then, all of a sudden, a lady comes around the corner and she says, open your mouth.
Like that?
And I do, and she sticks like this hard plastic thing in there, and she goes, okay, now hold still. And she like straps it around behind, and then she puts oxygen up in my nose, and she says,
I love it when mommy gives me oxygen.
love it.
When I'm
And she
strapped
says,
up.
take deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. And I instantly start to go, woo, because like, you know, he like then pushed the stuff. And some people fight it. They're like, I want to see how long I can stay awake. I was like, take me now.
We're talking seconds.
I didn't want to. Here's the thing. I wanted to go into it with a good. It's like allegedly drugs. You want to go in with a good mindset. I was like, I want to stay asleep and I want to have a nice sleep. I don't want to like wake up in the middle of this thing fighting. So I was like, Jesus, take the wheel. Let me go to sleep. And I did, and it felt great.
I think if you accept it, it tends to help.
And then they woke me up and I was like, I'm still tired. Put me back.
I've never heard the number 6.
I was so sleepy.
When they start counting back from 10, they're like 10, 9, 8. I think I say 7. I never remember saying 6.
This lady didn't. This pair of people did not even have me count. She just was like, "Okay, take deep breaths," and I was like on my side because they have you on your side, and I'm looking at the monitor, and it just instantly starts to get blurry, and I went, "Yes."
How do I get this for home?
And I just honestly, I just closed my eyes and just whoo, and then I suddenly, the next thing I know, I was waking up, and I literally was like,
that's it. Like you feel like fast traveled.
Yep. It truly was like a fast travel. And then like there was now a different nurse over me, and she goes, how do you feel?
Gay.
And like without any hesitation, I just went, tired. And she was like, okay, that's normal.
Tired.
Do you want to put your shirt back on?
Do you feel tired?
You feel tired? You want to put on your shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm cold.
Well, she asked, she was like, okay, like, we're going to have you go sit in this chair. She's like, do you want the blanket? I was like, no, I'm okay. They were very nice. It all went very well. But, yeah.
That sounds
yeah. And everything's fine. I'm not dying.
Good.
Of that.
I'm glad. One less thing. For now.
Yeah.
Unless.
Yeah. And the anesthesiologist, I called him an esthetician earlier. Whoops. Yeah. Maybe he is on the side. The anesthesiologist was like, now remember, he's like, you're welcome to like eat, but now once you're awake, he's like, but you want to just kind of take it slow, nothing like too heavy, nothing too high in fat.
You didn't yawn.
Just like I know. Linda knows. He's like, just take it easy, and I said okay. So then I woke up, and I walked on out of there, and my father picked me up because you're not allowed to drive, and
with both hands.
And he said, "Are you hungry?" And I said,
he scoops you up and he goes, are you hungry, my son?
He says, are you hungry, son? And I said, yes. And he said, what would you like? And in my head, I thought, okay, it can't be something heavy and it can't be something high in fat. So I said, Cane's.
Doesn't say Carl's Jr.
So I said, Cane's. And he said, okay. And my father drove me to Cane's. Oh, but
what a blessing.
I didn't have a caniac.
Right.
Because I didn't want to be heavy.
Well, yeah.
Couldn't eat something heavy.
That's a fourth strip, isn't it?
That's a 6th strip. So I didn't get a caniac. I only got a box combo, which is 4 strips. Yeah. And it was great.
That's good. I'm glad you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah. And the doctor was like, you're fine. Except for the ways in which you're not. But we knew those things. And I'm like, right. Thanks, pal. Yeah.
I'll take it.
So all in all, not a bad experience.
Okay.
I'd rate it 6 out of 10. No, more than that. 8 out of 10. Go get an endoscopy.
Go get one. Tell them I sent you.
Although your copay might be pretty high, because mine was.
Yeah. My copay isn't. Well, hopefully.
You need to do everything this year.
I need to. Well, like, God, that's trying to navigate the healthcare, like.
Nightmare.
Well.
Nightmare.
I don't think I ever told you, and I meant to share this on the podcast.
Your Social Security number.
Yes. So I had used Accolade, which is our software, to like, you can like ask about your health insurance and whatnot. I don't know, some bullshit. AI, taking our job. I thought it was AI. I don't think it was AI based on the response I got, but I decided because I was like, I'd like to start, taking hormones if possible, because I really have kind of run the limit of what I can do. And like, I'm still sad all the time. So like, this could help. Does it fix all of your problems? No, but it makes your problems easier to deal with. And that is important. So in order to do that, I'd have to like go talk to a doctor. Now, granted, when I went and saw my GP, and she had recommended me over to therapy. And
Your
all
girl
that.
power.
My girl power. It was actually like, gender dysphoria is like one of the reason codes, but that wasn't like for hormones or any of that. So I don't know. We'll see. So I'm like looking for stuff. So I decided to go online, and I'm like, I decided to just ask the little chatbot, like, what gender affirming care services are available.
Mm-hmm.
And they responded with,
"Go home.
Oh, we're sorry. We don't cover sex reassignment surgery."
They went to 11.
And I'm like, I don't even think I responded. Like, I'm pretty sure it was even a little bit funny because the way that they typed was like, hold on just a second. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. We don't actually cover like gender, like sex reassignment. I'm like, that's not what I asked.
Right.
Which again is almost like that answered my question pretty much.
Yeah.
Like it's like, I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but at least for Arizona and in specific with how our stuff works, it really does feel like any place that doesn't use the phrase like transgender, like, or like gender, like by use of the language they use, you can tell what services they provide. That's descriptions. Those are words. But like, where it's like, you can kind of go around it.
Yeah.
So I think I have to like, I don't know if I need to like maybe see an endocrinologist, or maybe I should just talk to my doctor when I see her next month.
Yeah.
But get her opinion. But I thought it was hysterical that like whoever the other person was, that it was like answering my help question of just like, they were just like, oh no, I'm sorry, we don't do surgery.
No,
like,
we
don't cover that.
We don't do surgery.
Like I'm sorry, I hope you're okay. I think that's what they said. That I'm sorry, I hope you're okay. Like, because like clearly
Right.
I'm not. And I'm like, oh yeah, like.
Thank you for the concern, but we didn't have to jump to the 11.
Hey, what if I said, where can I find the cheapest blue pill?
Have you seen how Amazon is desperately trying to like get you to buy medication now?
Wait, really?
Yeah.
No, I'm never on Amazon.
Oh. So like
I have been more recently, but
anytime you make an Amazon purchase now, because they rolled out like the Amazon pharmacy thing or whatever, they're
Oh.
like, would you like to add on like this for like this? And I'm like, I don't need medication right now, thank you.
I don't have a prescription.
Oh, they'll get you one. You might be able to buy girl juice on Amazon.
That's what
I don't know if
no.
like this is not sanctioned cut. I don't know about any of this.
Where's the girl juice?
It's just like they consult a healthcare
Estradiol?
professional at all times. But yeah, they just keep trying to be like, would you like allergy medication?
Prescription required without insurance?
Well, you have insurance.
Well, yeah.
Vagifem?
I don't know.
That's a hell of a name.
I feel like 2 milligrams. Is that a lot of girl juice?
This is
I don't
why
patches.
one should consult with a
Well, yeah,
licensed healthcare professional.
100%. That being said, another thing to acknowledge though is that it can be very hard when
True.
like the health professionals that you've talked to were very surprised to learn that there's other ways of trans women getting breasts
Yeah.
than just surgery.
Yeah.
Because it's like that's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this is absolutely fascinating, and like if that is the case, like that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like, could I just get girl juice? I just became a girl on Amazon. Cause like that's the shit. It's $3. Just like
discreet and stress-free care.
look at that, $3.
Yeah.
Nuts. I wonder. I'm curious.
Things to explore.
I have to get a prescription though, but if they'll get you one, then
They have a whole like health thing. I don't know. This is not a
this is
not a commercial for any of this stuff. I don't know about any of this.
Just two friends talking. Obviously, again, like
Live.
you had said, live. Please consult your doctor. I will have to consult my doctor as well, because especially with, I guess just as like a real quick adult like warning of, especially when it comes to hormones or any gender affirming care, with all of that, you are like changing your body and putting chemicals and stuff in your body. So like, making sure that you are talking to a health professional to make sure that you are doing it safely and in a way that is benefiting you without harming you is very important. So please make sure to take that time, bitch. Yeah. Responsibility. And then one last, yeah. Where is it?
He knows.
Yeah, he do.
He knows.
Yeah, of course. Name one time he didn't know. You can't.
Most of the time. Most of the time.
Maybe you could. Maybe you can. Maybe you can. Wait, where's the... Does it say how long we've been recording for?
Yeah, for an hour and 4 minutes.
Where do you see that?
Down there.
Oh, okay. I don't know why, like, I guess my brain just circled all the way around it.
Hello, Stinky.
Hello. Hey, Stinkies.
Hi, Stinkies.
Can you believe it's been a few years since the James Charles Toddy Westbrook drama from Coachella?
The internet is a flat circle, and we're all just spinning.
It's on a turtle.
I'm spinning around. Get out of my way.
Ooh, fun stuff I've been watching more recently.
Mm-hmm.
I started The Boys season 4 came out.
The boys have they ever used The Boys
say?
Are Back in Town?
I think so.
The boys are back.
Probably in season 2 or later in the season 1. I don't remember.
Even in like a stinger trailer, you know.
I would just, they have to. There's no way they.
If they haven't, opportunity lost.
But that's also like it's very. That's not necessarily the tone.
Haven't they made 4 spin-offs of that show already?
Kind of, yeah. Well,
I believe I remember reading a headline by a friend of the channel, Paul Tossi, about how that's like they're already planning their third or fourth spin-off.
Yeah, so
now they released season 4, and I'm like, that's a lot of spin-offs.
I think it's their third one. Yeah, so there's The Boys, which is based off of the graphic novels, whatever, by Garth Ennis.
The boys are back.
Which Garth Ennis sucks. I think like the books are so much worse than the show is. The show's been very like controversial in the sense that like they're showing some absolutely horrendous shit on camera. That being said, season 4
out the gate,
my favorite season.
No time to wait
already. It has not been overly gratuitous like the other ones have. Granted, it's only been 3 episodes, but it is really interesting. Like what they're. Did you ever think that a story's interesting for the things that are happening in it?
It's been known to happen.
That part. So I don't know. I've really enjoyed it. I think it's really cool. They introduced this new character, Sister Sage, who her whole thing is she's the smartest person in the world.
Okay.
But she's working with Homelander, and you're like, there is a lot of
this one.
Yeah, there's a lot of parallels that you could draw to today's day and age in terms of like the political climate and whatnot, because that's kind of where it's like a pseudo Trumpian.
That witch come on, we're gonna come take my guns.
Exactly. Well, and if I'm being really blunt, it actually seems like a really, really like well done critique of just like general corporatism and whatnot. Like, there's what was it? Queen Maeve, who was bi, and when she decided to finally come out as bi, like the Vought company had to like, now she's all the pride stuff token thing, and she's a bi woman, like to where a really funny little thing was when they're in this building, it's some Vought owned building, and there's like it says Queen Maeve's gender neutral ballroom or all gender ballroom, something like that. And I'm just like it's like a little nameplate that you don't even, it's not even in the middle of the screen or something. Like those are the funniest shit to me, because it's like that is 100% like it's all performative. It's not like real or any of that. And there's been like a lot of people pissed off because it's gone woke apparently, which I love. It is the same exact energy that I feel when someone who bitches about what stuff being woke is like, man, how come Rage Against the Machine suddenly woke?
I know.
It's fun. But
they do that with Star Trek too. Like Star Trek went woke. I'm like, have you seen the show?
Yeah. Woke is when people who don't look like me do things I don't like.
And those things didn't happen before you were born.
Correct. No.
Because like that's the thing with like Star Trek. They're like, yeah, but like that was like whatever. I'm like, just because it happened then doesn't mean it wasn't like woke then.
Yeah,
it's just happened before your lifetime. So for you, that threshold is fine. But it wasn't for people like you then. But for you, that's okay. But you've found a new line to draw. And you have no recognition of the fact that like they were crossing boundaries back then, but that feels normal to you. So now they've gone woke.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, obviously, like, of course, you know, like, sure, Mr. Rogers, like, broke fucking, like, social barriers by literally, like, having his feet in the same pool as his mailman, who was black. I forget, what's the mailman's name?
I can't remember.
I want to say Mr. Friendly? Something like that. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But the, you know, like that kind of thing where it's like that broke massive like racial barriers and whatnot, especially like on TV. People don't realize that like, just I guess in a general sense, like progressivism is inherently woke. It just seems like you're bitching about shit because it's never like of substance with complaints about stuff. Like I think it's perfectly fine to be like, I just really didn't like the way it looked. I wasn't a big fan. Like, you know, sometimes like I'm just not a big fan of like who they decided to cast. Nothing against them, like I guess like explicitly personally, just like, oh, like I think someone else would have been a better fit. But they challenge your preconceived notions and you still go in with a positive mind. It's like you just get mad all the time that they're like trying to shove this stuff. It's like no one's trying to shove anything. You're willingly choking on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, small pieces are not for children under 3.
If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Thank you.
Secure your load.
Yeah, secure my load. Blow my bag out. I wanted to make a shirt that said sapphic tendencies.
Okay.
I thought that would be funny. That was the one idea I had that I've been like telling myself, maybe.
Yeah.
Make it look like the Skater brand shirt, like a Thrasher font. Yeah. Shirts, you can make it.
Interrogative questions.
But yeah, it's I really like that. So I'm excited to see like how the manipulation goes with it all kind of being like they're still empowered, but it's very much of like a fake sense, like you know, which is very similar to anything if you pay attention at all. And yeah, I think other than that, I watched season 1 of Tower of God. If you've seen that anime, very good. It was a webtoon. Kid goes into a tower to chase a girl, more or less. Fantastic.
Cannot make it any more
obvious. No, you can't. And then, baby. Last night I found my new pleasure in anime.
Okay.
Something that I don't know if you could handle.
Probably not.
What are your thoughts on girls golf? Yeah, girls golf.
Sorry, I thought this was commas. I thought this was girls.
No, I did too.
Golf.
I couldn't think of anything else.
And gooning.
A girl gooning, kinda.
Girls can goon.
A little bit.
Everybody can goon.
It's a golf anime called like Birdie Wing.
Okay.
Where the main character Eve, who
girls golf goon.
yes, that's 100% it.
Big Lots.
Hell yeah.
Golf girls story.
Yeah, something like that. So she.
We're telling 2 distinct stories here.
Yes.
Hold on, close.
Birdie's Wings restaurants.
We've got anime girls, and then we have food. Choose your character.
100%. The wings are really important in it.
Yeah.
So I only started watching the first couple episodes, and all I had heard about it from beforehand was that it's golf Yuri. Yuri being like yaoi, but for girls.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you're unfamiliar.
Yes.
But yaoi Yuri.
I barely know yaoi.
You got that Maui yaoi on the mind, and Yuri's the more or less, you know, like girl romance. But she, just Eve.
Part of it.
She is introduced to us playing as this like Chris Christie character, not Chris Christie, no relation, a woman, and like she's playing as this woman in like the pro tour, and like specifically gets 4th place, rips off a mask. She is like this underground golfer who is super poor. Not Chris Christie. No, Chris Christie.
No, underground golfer Chris Christie.
Yes, underground girl golfer Chris Christie, and this is Chris Christie's VR chat.
Build the bridge.
We're gonna build back better.
Yeah.
They like will like challenge like affluent men, or like they like men pay them to challenge her to a hole because she's got her famous rainbow bullet that she could like her whole strategy is like all power, like shortest direct route, like will punch through a tree to like get to where she needs to go. It's insane. And just like with any sports anime, which I don't think you've ever seen, like the level of like thoughts of like, look at her swing, look at that slice. Did she slice it? Slice it around on this par 5 so that she could set up an eagle or an albatross. Like, it's very fun in that like getting way too deep about a sport, or in this case golf.
Okay.
Well, also like apparently like these two girls are like the craziest. Like she's super powerful but doesn't want to do anything. She just like is trying to make money. She on the other hand is like from like both of her parents were like
a lineage of golf.
And her whole thing is that like she just
plays by the rules.
No, she loves the game. Okay. And they said that like her smile is her greatest weapon, because like she's like, hey, like great hit, I can't wait, let's keep going. Like she's not shit talking you, she's not dogging you, but her genuine love of the game and just like being excited and having fun like fucks with her opponent's heads all the time.
Okay.
Not that she doesn't intention all of this in a small amount of time. So then with the underground, like she ends up like getting into the circuit so that these two can like fight again, because like they only got to do one hole the first time. They want to do 18 so they can understand each other.
Right.
It's sports anime. You wouldn't get it.
Correct.
It's all about the big game. It's all about like trying to get things together. It's like in Windbreaker with like all the Bifurian kids.
Bifurcated uvula.
No. Oh. Yeah, double spit. Double. And yeah,
double with cheese, only grilled onion, nothing else, please.
Thank you. You understand? It's just insane.
Yeah.
Just I love anime with bizarre, out of the box concepts, ideas that are weird, and this one was cool, and all of the girls are fucking hot, and I'm like, how come guys aren't watching this anime? I'm like, because it's a bunch of girls talking about golf, and at no point are they like no one's horny for golf.
Sucking dick and cock?
Oh, no cock in this. Exactly. No dick.
Maybe a birdie.
There's a woman in a suit in it, but that's the closest you're getting to dick.
Girl cock.
Yeah.
Girl cock in a
maybe.
suit.
Could. Is that girl cock in that suit, or are you happy to see it? Or is it laundry day? Can't say anything anymore. Can't sell. Can't say it. I won't say it.
Play golf. Get golf.
Yeah. But that was fun. I'm trying to think of like in the last week. You ever think about what did I do?
Yesterday, while recovering from my endoscopy, which didn't take much recovery because it didn't hurt and I felt fine, but I was a little lethargic.
I remember what I did this weekend. I'll have to tell you about it later.
I was a little lethargic. I watched Aliens.
Mm-hmm, the sequel.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Second one, that's the one that's more action oriented, right?
Mm-hmm. And I don't watch movies, as we know. I don't watch movies. I don't watch television. I don't consume media. Mm-hmm. But
your eyes are ever closed.
But I watched Aliens because I saw that there was like the Ultra HD 4K boop boop bip bop ooh hey stinky like upgrade, and I was like, I'll give it a try. And apparently it was very controversial because people were like, oh, it looks horrible, like the people look like wax figures and it's like bad.
Oh, because it's like sometimes like when you make it too HD,
it erased so much film grain that some people don't like it, and I
like you just feel like you're in the room.
I hear that and I like that, and you know, like I save space for those people, and I do think it's fucked up that like when a lot of like digital downloads of it, when you like, I think particularly on the Apple Store, when they do like an upgrade like that, it automatically upgrades your version of it that you'd already bought and you can't go back.
Oh.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's cool.
I think you should have access to the different.
I agree. I think it's cool that they make those remasters, but I think you should still be able to easily watch the old ones if you prefer those, because like
it should be two different listings.
Yeah, like if that's what you grew up with, you should be able to see it that way. For me, as someone who like saw Aliens as a small baby on like a shitty like tube TV on like, you know, with like it was all just like not great. seeing it now in like ultra remaster was really fucking cool, and I thought it looked sick as hell.
Ooh.
But I can understand why someone would be like, there's no grain, it looks weird. So like I totally get that. I liked it. I thought it was pretty fucking sick. Yeah. And that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. I want to see I watched the TV Glow. I don't know if you've heard of it. It looks really good. Like, I can't wait to watch it and cry really bad.
What is it? Is this a show?
It's a movie.
Okay.
It just came out. It's not in a whole lot of theaters. You can pay $20. You can rent it on YouTube, which I'm like, I would not spend $20 at the movie theater, but I'm not driving to Tempe to go see it.
Ooh.
I don't know. You know, it's that whole thing.
Cool.
But it's it is, I believe it's about like this guy who as a kid watched this show Pink Opaque late at night that like no one else watched, and he kind of like gains friends. Like, it's partly like when he was a kid and then partly of him as an adult. I guess a better way to describe this is that I discovered this movie when I happened to be on TikTok, and there was a post where this person mentioned that they had actually detransitioned, and watching this movie like caused them to like start transitioning again, or to pick it back up.
Okay.
And because of the video was like, oh, hey, I'm gonna watch, like, I watched the TV Glow, let's see how it goes, and then it like cuts and they're just a crying mess, and they're like, it was pretty good, it was a pretty good comedy, I laughed a lot, nothing sad in it at all. And so when you go and you watch the trailer, like, I get really big like that, like trans vibes of like in particular with the main character, like them exploring that sort of part of them, with like there's also some supernatural stuff kind of going on of like what's like there's multiple things kind of going on at the same time, but it was I think anyone can really relate to it, where like if any part of you has ever had to feel in the closet, like there's the final line in the trailer, which I'll see if I can't throw the link down below to the trailer for it, but in the doobly-doo. But they mention, like, do you ever wonder if there's, like, another version of you on the other side of the TV, like, deep in there? And, like, kind of those thoughts of, like, if you're alone, like, you know, and that's your only thing. Kind of like, I don't know, just, like, it seems really, really, like, well made. And it stars the guy from Detective Pikachu. So, looks very, very cool. Looks very well done. I don't know, like I said, it's not Aliens. It's not an HD remake of Aliens, so it's going to be a tough sell for you. No, maybe. I don't know. But it looks, like I said, it looks really interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I prefer like I'd rather watch a movie that has like a story like that, like where there's like kind of more of like an impactful takeaway of sorts, or like
Drag Aliens.
Kind of, yeah. Well, no, Aliens is great. Aliens is huge. It was big for women's rights.
It's fine.
I'm not saying that Ellen Ripley helped women's suffrage, but she didn't hurt it.
She didn't take away the vote.
No, she
and
didn't.
So stop leaving those comments. She did not take away the women's rights to vote.
No. Look, all I'm going to say is this. Hillary Clinton did not take women's rights. Well, she might have.
Oh,
I don't.
Specific women?
Who? Hillary? Rhonda
Klimbum. The other thing while watching Aliens was that I was like, this movie, like, it's not, I don't know. I have a very long attention span in a lot of ways. Like, I feel like almost physically sick watching how like quickly, like Jordan, for example, like flips through like YouTube shorts.
Oh.
Like, I'm not built for short form like that. I'm just like, can you just hold still and watch something? And I understand that is not many people's experience, but that's how I am. So that's just me framing this as like, I'm more of like let's watch a 45-minute long video where we're not actually watching it. We're mostly just listening to it, discussing like, you know, can I catch all 151 Pokemon in Pokédex order?
Yeah, like I want to listen.
That's
like a low engagement. It's something that I think Netflix worked on actually in a lot of their shows. It's like it's you want content for the second screen,
Mm-hmm.
where my primary screen is my phone. So whatever you're putting, like, I don't want to be suddenly interested in what's going on the screen and be lost. That was apparently why, like, their big thing for their movies is to, like, not be too good.
Oh.
Or sort of like, it's that weird, Netflix is
a
weird.
streaming
Their shows
mindset
are
of like
great.
just leave us on all the time.
They sleep on movies.
Yeah, like I like things that interest me, but I'm in it for the longer haul usually. Like I want the video to be more than 20 minutes, whereas like a lot of people like the real quick, and I get that. That's just not really me anymore, at least.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like I was watching Aliens, and I was like, I'm just bored. So like it's a good movie, but I was also just like skipping ahead a lot, which is the benefit of rewatching a movie is that you're like, oh, this is like all the parts with Newt are like kind of annoying because like she kind of like screams a lot, which makes sense because she's a child facing horrible nightmarish aliens.
But you also have a fast forward button.
So she has every like, you know, right and justification to scream, and I think it's kind of weird when people are then like, that child actress was horrible. I'm like, well, she was screaming in a situation that a child would scream in, so maybe that's okay. But on a rewatch, I also skip it because I'm like, it is annoying.
But you're not critical of it.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference.
Well, it's
like,
realistic. I'm like, yeah, a kid would scream here.
Like, you want to know why it's annoying? Because, like, it's a
kid screaming is annoying. But
anyone
like,
screaming.
You can skip ahead.
To be honest.
Yeah, truly.
I hate. I don't want to say I hate women's screams, but I hate in media women's screams where it's like
the shrillest, like highest they can like land.
Yeah, and I'm like, no one screams like that.
Well, it's like, so a lot of people hate on the second Indiana Jones film, Temple of Doom. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why I've suddenly started talking about movies considering I don't like them, but like weirdly enough,
this is a movie podcast,
obviously, but weirdly enough, my favorite Indiana Jones is Temple of Doom, and not in like a contrarian way, like not because like, oh, no one else likes it, so I like it, because like I don't fucking care about that.
What's the one that everyone likes?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay.
Or the first one. What's the first one? No, that's the third one. Fuck. Raiders of the Lost Ark is the first one. And then it's the Holy Grail or whatever.
Oh, I wasn't a big. It was on.
I
liked Crystal Skull. It was bad, but I went and saw it in theaters.
Ooh, yeah. My dad loves Indiana Jones and all that shit, so like I've seen all of them a million times, but I liked Temple of Doom best, and everyone hates Winnie in that movie because she just like, you know, like cries and is like annoying and like yells and like doesn't actually cry much, but she's like whiny.
She cries.
There's like the bugs and stuff, and they're gross, and so she's like, ugh. And I'm like, you all hate this woman. And in the same kind of like, you're an NPC, you're not your own main character kind of thing, you all are Winnie. If I put you in the Temple of Doom,
poo.
That's fucking poo. And so am I.
Get wiped.
If any of us were in Temple of Doom, we are not Indiana Jones. We are Winnie. And we are going, ew, bugs, and we're yelling, and we're screaming, and we're mad because the situation sucks, and we're complaining because the food's gross.
I have sensory issues. Like, I absolutely would have...
And I'm like, you can be annoyed by her, but that's kind of the point, is that she's the only, like, real person in this fucking movie.
She's the, what's it? It's the... There's a phrase for it.
The voice of reason?
No.
The straight man?
The straight man, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like, she is what everyone would be. And people don't want to think about that. So, like, because that's not fun. And admittedly, it, like I said, in the same way that, like, I do also skip parts of that movie because I'm like, okay, girl, like, we gotta
hurry up to the cool part.
But I appreciate it for the fact that I'm like, that's actually a real person in this fucking movie.
Yeah, like, I would react.
Because that's how someone would actually be. They'd be like, this is fucking horrifying and disgusting and scary.
And they're probably also verbal processors that are just trying to survive because they also are unhappy. And it's like, oh, get over it. Like, it's just bugs. It's like, I'm sorry. We are in a tomb that no one's been in, and you're just fine with random bugs? I'm sorry. I don't like bugs. I don't like in my house when I see a small little bug and I go, Suki, get it.
Literally. I'm like, you are the same kind of the person who is complaining about that is the same kind of person who sees like a scorpion in their house and justifiably freaks out, but then they're yelling at the screen at Winnie because she's in a room completely covered with enormous, scary, nasty, stingy, icky bugs, and she has to reach her hand through it and have her head up against the wall, and bugs are climbing in her hair and all over her face while she's trying to push on a button so that like Indiana and
people don't think about what a million little legs would feel like all over your body.
Thank you. In your hair.
In your hair,
like on the back of your neck. Like, it's horrifying. She's allowed to scream. And again, you are also allowed to fast forward because it's okay that it's annoying, but it's realistic. So stop giving her so much shit.
Yeah, I think it's good. It sounds like a good, as long as the acting was okay.
I thought she acted it well. I thought she acted it well in the sense that it's like, yeah, this feels like a real person who's been thrown into the situation and who is fucking miserable.
Yeah, which we mostly would fucking be.
And who experiences some character growth over the course of it in that she figures out how to make it through this, but she's still not happy at the end.
What's her name?
Winnie.
I think there's a lot of people out here. There's a lot of people out here that think they're an indie, but they're really just a Winnie.
A Winnie.
And there's nothing wrong with being a Winnie. You want to know who thinks there's something wrong with being a Winnie? People who think they're an indie.
Now, if you are going to be a Winnie, you should try to show a little more respect to other people because she's not perfect.
And I don't know how hot she is. Sorry,
she looks pretty great.
Misogyny. Good.
Yeah, there is some there's some not great stuff with her character as well. I'm not saying she's a pillar of the community.
Oh, correct.
She could do some self work.
Oh no, she seems like a queer enemy.
A lot of people also don't realize that Temple of Doom is in fact a prequel. So suck on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Party girl. Ooh. Party girl. Ooh, party girl. Yeah, again, I don't think Temple of Doom is a great movie. And I don't really ever, if someone was like, do you want to watch Temple of Doom? I'd be like, no. But if you also asked what's your favorite Indiana Jones? I'd be like, Temple of Doom.
Well, of course, because it's you happen to know of those.
I'm going to be straight up honest.
If Temple of Doom was on when I went over to my parents' house, I would end up watching it because I wouldn't want to change it and I would not want to interact.
I would be shocked. If Temple of Doom was on when I went to my parents' house, I would look my father dead in the eye and say, what's wrong? Because my dad loves Indiana Jones. He does not like Temple of Doom. He does not watch that one. But he let me watch it as a kid, and I'm going to be 100% honest.
There was a phone call.
The reason why Temple of Doom became my favorite Indiana Jones is because of the minecart at the very end.
Really?
They're running through minecarts and everything, and I was like,
I like anything with a good minecart.
Train adjacent.
Tracks.
That tracks.
Anything on rails?
Yeah. Also, I am especially when I was a young warthog, I'm a sucker for Indy gets brainwashed into being evil, and then little short round is the only thing that through the power of love and also kind of burning him is able to bring him back and bring him and break the brainwashing and make him good again.
Okay.
And it's sweet.
Oh, I love that.
And I liked that as a kid. I was like, yeah, they have a bond, and he was able to bring him back. It's in Bionicle 3 Web of Shadows when Vakama gets seduced over to darkness by Rudaka.
Yeah. The whole Rudaka Vakama arc.
You understand. And Matau is able to eventually convince him to come back from the ledge.
Yeah.
Literally
talks him down
and
after all this time?
figuratively and literally. Because, they're literally in the upper atrium of the tower in the middle of Metru Nui.
And, that's a long fall.
It's a very long fall.
The impact of those broken pieces
everywhere.
Would have been a mess. Would they still be alive
if the pieces came off?
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't bleed. They're robots.
Yeah, but how much could you deconstruct them?
I've asked that question about people. How much of a person could you take away when they're still alive? It's a dark road.
Yeah.
Endoscopy.
This has been the Hell Yeah Podcast.
copywritten slabs.
Okay, it's the last second. What are they gonna do?
The last second. It's been so long. Goodbye.
Bye.